It's early June and already we're up to our ears in hype surrounding two of the most highly anticipated cell phones coming to the US this summer. The Samsung Instinct from Sprint and the Apple iPhone, commonly called the iPhone 3G, from AT&T. Sprint introduced the Instinct on April 1st at the CTIA show in Las Vegas. The phone should be available to customers no later than June 20th, according to Sprint's PR department. The Instinct is a Samsung phone that's been built with a Sprint interface from the ground up. It's a full touchscreen and offers basically every service Sprint has, from visual voicemail to mobile TV to mobile music and then some. Apple introduced the iPhone just about 1 year ago, and it's available on AT&T here in the US. Though the iPhone has seen several software updates and a memory bump in the year that it's been on the market, there hasn't really been a new version. It's widely anticipated that Apple will release the iPhone 3G, as we're all calling it, on Monday, June 9th at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference in San Francisco. So how will Instinct and the new iPhone face off? How will they stack up? Well, let's take a look, even though Apple, of course, has kept everything secret about the new iPhone. We do know that Instinct will be available on or before June 20th, and everybody's expecting Steve Jobs to intro the new iPhone on June 9th. At least one major tech blog has reported that iPhone 3G will be available immediately upon launch, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Sprint hasn't announced pricing for Instinct, but they have said that they're going to wait to see what Apple does with the new iPhone 3G. My bet is they're going to price it about $50 less than the new iPhone. So based on current pricing, that would put it right around $249 after contract and rebate. As far as size goes, Instinct is roughly the same dimensions as the current iPhone. It's a little bit narrow, but also a little bit thicker. Now, Instinct is made mostly of plastic, where iPhone has a lot of metal and glass in it. The thing is, nobody knows what the new iPhone's really going to look like. There are rumors floating around that it could be up to 22% thinner, which would bring it in at just over 9 millimeters. On the one hand, that's kind of crazy considering that they're going to up the feature set. On the other hand, Apple's all about style, so I wouldn't put it past them. We definitely know that Instinct will use Sprint's highest speed EVDU Rev-A network for DSL-like download speeds, while rumors are swirling that AT&T is upgrading their HSPA 3G network in anticipation of the new iPhone. No matter what, we're going to see two touchscreen phones running on high-speed cellular networks with an emphasis on web and multimedia, in addition to, making phone calls and sending text messages. So we really need to look at the features and usability to compare them. I've had a chance to try out pre-production models of Instinct twice so far. Once in a media preview in San Francisco, and then again a few weeks later at the launch at CTIA in Las Vegas. Both times I came away impressed but had a few reservations. Honestly, it comes down to this. The iPhone touchscreen is just amazing. It's got multi-touch, it's hardened glass so it really doesn't scratch, and it's very responsive. Everything else is, just a notch below that, in all honesty. So, taking that into account, Instinct's touchscreen performed pretty well. Compared to the rest of the pack, it's really quite good. It's right up there. LG View is the best touchscreen phone I've used recently, aside from iPhone. And Instinct, the pre-production model I used, was kind of right up there on par with View. And hopefully by the time it launches, they'll get those last couple of bugs ironed out. But it's not on the same level as iPhone. So then it comes down to everything else. Instinct should be a little bit cheaper than iPhone. It should be a little bit more versatile. You've got Sprint TV. Now Sprint has visual voicemail. You've got the unlimited messaging, the high-speed web network, which obviously, iPhone 3G should have, navigation, all kinds of stuff. And Sprint really put a lot of work with Samsung into building a UI that's very easy to use, it's very customizable, lots of shortcut menus, all of that. You can connect directly to Sprint's music store over 3G. Right now, iPhone only connects to the iTunes store over Wi-Fi. We'll see if that changes, but for now, Sprint's got an advantage there. Really, Instinct offers just about every feature you can think of, and Sprint's already gone on record as saying they're going to support developers to bring even more features to Instinct. On the other hand, the original iPhone received some criticism for not having a full enough feature set. There was no 3G data, There's no multimedia messaging, there's no stereo Bluetooth, and it's limited to edge data. But where Apple really shines is in controlling the user experience. From the quality of the packaging to the ease of use and getting it going, being able to activate it online, to just how clean and easy the menu systems are, Apple really knows how to control the user experience and make it a really positive one. I myself really scoffed at iPhone for a few months until the price came down and I decided to go buy one and I got it in my hands. And then, to be honest about it, I really fell for it because it's just really fun to use. It's a great iPod, it's a great video player, it's a great portable digital photo album. The screen is incredibly sharp, it's high res, it's bright, and the multi-touch is great. Does that mean it's the best phone out there? No, it doesn't have speed dialing from the home screen, it doesn't have voice-activated commands, it doesn't have real GPS. There are a lot of things missing from the first generation iPhone. So really, the success of the new iPhone versus Instinct is going to come down to a few things. What new features does the new iPhone have, and how much is it lacking, or is it actually ahead of the Instinct in terms of just features? Second, how much do people care about that versus the user experience and honestly the style and the name brand of Apple? Some people hate Apple, some people love Apple. Honestly, a lot of people went and bought the first iPhone just because they thought it was cool and kind of overlooked what features it had or was missing. Another big thing is the web experience. The Safari browser on iPhone is honestly just the best web browser out there on a phone right now. It really works great. There are a bunch of custom, websites that have developed custom versions just for iPhone. And then when you load up websites, they look, in a lot of cases just like they do on the computer, which is great. Instinct's web browser is full HTML, but when I tested it, it still had a few bugs, and it wasn't quite up on par with iPhone. So we'll have to see how the web experience compares. And then, of course, there's pricing. We don't know yet what iPhone's going to cost. We don't know what Instinct's going to cost. We do know most likely Instinct will be a little bit cheaper. How much do people care? The economy is in a little bit of a recession, but people who are going to look at spending $300 on a phone, they'll probably spend $50 extra to get the one they want. And then, of course, network. Some people swear by AT&T. Some people hate Sprint because their customer service problems. Some people love Sprint because their coverage is good, their signal's good, and their data speeds are great. So we'll have to see. All in all, it should be a good summer for consumers. I can't wait to get my hands on both iPhone, 3G, and Instinct. And there are rumors swirling around now that Apple may be looking to release 2 versions of the new iPhone. We'll just have to wait and see. June 9th at the Worldwide Developers Conference, we should know. Whatever happens, we'll definitely cover it all on Phone Dog, and as soon as the new phones are out, I'll stand in line, I'll get them, I'll make videos, and they'll be right here on YouTube and on PhoneDog.com. So till then, save your pennies, and battle it out in the comments section. Instinct, iPhone 3G, which one's going to be better? You decide. I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. See you later.